Officers and crew of the Confederation Navy, this is Admiral Rumley. It is official. After the successful detonation of the prototype model on a seismographic fault in the Hyperion system today, President Quinson and the Scientific Warfare Panel are debating the use of the Temblor bomb in 6 instances, including that of attacking the Kilrathi homeworld. Expecting a positive decision within a few days, Confed HQ has decided to go ahead and commence operations to prepare the deployment of the Temblor bomb against the Kilrah system. As you may know, the Kilrathi have been gathering a sizable fleet in the Hrith's system, in opposition to our own here in Freya. This in part explains the ending of the attacks on our territories. They are pooling their frontline resources to stop any move we make toward their home system. What you may not know is that over the past weeks, the Kilrathi have been assembling a massive armada, even larger than the one that lies between us and Kilrah, for what we assume is another full-scale invasion against Earth. Right now, the majority of that armada is still being refitted in their orbital shipyards. If they succeed in sortying this fleet, we will not have any hope of stopping them. This is why we have to attack, and to attack now. Thanks to the efforts of the Victory, we have secured the Freya system. We also have control of a backdoor jump point that leads straight to the Kilrah system. It is through this jump point that we will launch the Temblor strike. Here in Freya, we have built a command base and have rallied the entire Confederation Navy. We have assembled the largest battle fleet ever in the history of this war, numbering hundreds of capital ships. Jumping the entire fleet to Kilrah is not an option. Their assembling armada would be on top of us before we could get within strike range, and with their Hrith's fleet as a reserve, it is guaranteed that they would decimate us within hours. Jumping into Hrith is also not an option. If we take the fight to the cats in Hrith, a portion of their armada could flank us by using the jump point to Freya and box us in, blocking our escape and assuring our defeat. No, ladies and gentlemen, the final stand will be right here, in Freya. Our plan is to provoke the Kilrathi into committing their Hrith's forces to Freya. Here, our fleet will engage the Kilrathi in a prolonged battle to thin out their numbers and diminish their strength. We will incite them to commit as many reinforcements as we can, hopefully even drawing the attention of the operational ships in Kilrah orbit. It is our hope that we will raise enough of a ruckus that it will be too enticing for the Kilrathi not to consign a large chunk of their invasion force here to Freya. If we can goad them into that, the forces defending Kilrah will be diminished, leaving them more vulnerable to a T-bomb attack. Once the Kilrathi have their forces spread sufficiently thin, General Taggart will authorize the Victory to launch the Temblor strike. Details of this action are strictly classified, but all units are expected to do whatever it takes to ensure the Victory's survival at all costs. I'm also issuing these contingency orders. If this operation fails and the chain of command is inaccessible, all remaining forces are to retreat back to Proxima. There we will stand our ground against the Kilrathi invasion. That being said, I want to make something perfectly clear. Failure is not an option. If we fail here, then there is no future for humanity. When this campaign is over, the victor of this 3-decade conflict will be determined. Whether it will be humanity or the Kilrathi Empire will be decided by the events of this next week. We will commence Phase 1 of the operation at 0600 hours tomorrow. Until then, make preparations for the battle and good luck. The survival of the human race is in our hands.
Settle down, Galahads. We're back on the job. I'll quickly fill you in on the events of the past few hours. We've just received reports that the Kilrathi have finally realized we control the jump point to Kilrah. They seem to have taken exception to a few hundred Confederation warships sitting on their doorstep, and finally decided to reinforce the struggling Kilrathi forces in the system. We are going to do everything we can to keep them from doing so. The last of our carriers have just arrived with more supply convoys. The rest of the recently resupplied fleet has been given the responsibility of taking out every furry paw in this system. By the end of the day, we want Freya to be completely under Confed control. Strike groups from multiple carriers are being readied to handle any identified threats. This is going to be a bad day for any warfighter with a tail. We've been informed that contact with the 23rd Cruiser Squadron has been lost. They were the blockade squadron on picket duty near the Hrsith jump point. Command sent in the Langley to investigate, and now we've lost contact with her as well. The Admiral's sending in the Galahad squadron to investigate. Alpha Wing, made up of myself, Sandman, Avatar, and Psychopath, will fly a 3-point patrol route in an attempt to regain communication with the carrier. We can assume the Cat reinforcements were waiting for the Langley to separate herself far enough from the rest of the fleet to ensure a deadly stroke. Hopefully, we won't be too late. I can guarantee you one thing. When we find the Langley, or what's left of her, we will find the bulk of the Kilrathi left in Freya. Viking will soon brief Bravo on their assignments. Alpha, we launch in 10. Get to your fighters. Dismissed.
Galahad Alpha, you are clear to launch.
Galahad's get clear and set course for Nav 1.
Roger that. We're set to go.
Engage autopilot.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Excaliburs, thank God, we could use a little help.
From the looks of it, you could use a lot of help.
Sir, I'm detecting a Zartoth in the area.
Our first priority is the fighters attacking the friendly. We've got to do all we can to preserve our own ships. However, keep an eye on the Zartoth and make sure it doesn't get away in one piece.
Affirmative.
Yeah, we got that Zartoth. No more screwing with our sensors and comms. Idiot. I have to admit, that was pretty good. I'm impressed.
Shape. Our missiles are expended, we're running on fumes, and we have multiple system failures. We have to fall back. We need you to assist the Langley. We're sending you to her last known position.
Affirmative. Get yourselves home in one piece. We'll take care of the Langley.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Wing, form up and follow me.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Sir, I'm detecting Hellcats and Longbows ahead, engaging 2 enemy destroyers and multiple Kilrathi fighters.
Looks like those two also wanted to pay the Langley a visit. We should take up permanent positions as ass savers. I'll order you off business cards later.
have been hitting the Langley with strike after strike from multiple directions, slowly bleeding off our flight deck. They are scattering us and overwhelming us with numbers.
What about the picket unit near the Hrusith jump point? How are they holding up?
Lost contact. Maybe fighting their last battle, maybe dead. Probably dead and the jump point wide open, considering the number of cats around.
Well, is there any good news?
The Langley was still alive the last time I checked. That's got to count for something.
That passes for good news.
Back off, man. I don't make the news, I just report it.
Well, I guess that's the difference between you and me then. I make the news, dude. I make things happen. Stand down, both of you. Langley fighters, be advised we are headed for the Hrusith jump point.
Then we're coming with you.
Negative. You can't keep up, and time is of the essence. Besides, we need you available to escort these bombers. There's no telling what the Langley has blundered into, and we might need some strike power to put it down.
Yes, sir.
Proceed to next waypoint.
About those business cards, Colonel, I was thinking of the slogan, no ass too big or small. Stow it. Langley, this is Galahad Alpha. We're here to assist. It's like you aren't on your own after all.
You're not a moment too soon, Galahad. Your priority is the bombers. We'll try to provide you with some turret cover to keep the fighters off your tail.
Sure, looks like they've got another Zartoth in the area, running ECM.
Great. Just great. Galahads, engage. Langley, this is Galahad Leader. What is your situation?
We are seriously messed up, Galahad Leader. We've got damage to pretty much every major system. As far as we can tell, we've lost a large portion of our fighter wing. We've been out of touch with any survivors thanks to Zartol. One way or the other, it's going to be a while before we're back in fighting shape again.
What happened, Langley?
Too much info, so little time. Let's just say, everything went downhill when Deathfang and the Wrathguard jumped back in the system.
Oh, roger that.
Langley, it's good to see you in one piece. Colonel Jones, we followed your orders and escorted these longbows in. There are more friendly fighters on the way.
That should tide us over for now, Galahad Leader. Tsunamis are holding off the Wrathguard's fighters at the jump point. The remaining capital ships are fighting and delaying action. Go, help them out.
I've been thinking about this. Our business card should say that we're equal opportunity ass savers. We save all types. Ships, fighters, women, preferably hot ones with small waists, and big knockers. Shut the hell up before I cut off your balls!
And we've just re-established contact with the main fleet. Reinforcements are on their way, but you will definitely get there first.
We'll go. Galahads, let's move.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Galahad Leader, you shouldn't have come here. It's a trap.
Oh, come on, as if we didn't see that coming.
It's a points. Your lives mean so little. Why then do you squeal so shrilly when I steal your lives from you? It's not because I am taking anything of value.
Deathfang, you talk. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with your food?
It shows me. Seems I've given your kind far too much credit. Look at how easily you have been lured into my blood. I was hoping your pathetic commanders would have the wisdom to send a larger force. I will have to make do with the meager offerings they have sent my direction. I shall enjoy watching you die,
I've got new sensor contact. We've got multiple Kilrah fighters powering up. They must have been hiding in the debris.
Your last moments are at hand. Stay. Don't see what hell is built for you. I believe your heart and
Yeah, and spit it out, Baron. I know the routine. Find some new material, moron.
So many shitbags. So few missiles. I'm running near empty.
Even with your newest fighters, so amazing is enough. Turn the tide. We will drown in a sea of true warriors. Prepare a large war squadrons.
Watch out. There's a guy in your six.
Hellcats launching the Wrath Guardian odds are definitely getting stacked against us.
Sir, I'm getting massive sensor readings. We've got a whole lot of incoming. IFF is friendly.
You bring the problem, you bring the solution. Bring the victory,
Suicide! I'd say those cats are pretty much screwed.
Fighters one big carrier. His fighters.
Hermes fighters, this is the Invincible. We figured we owed you one. You can consider our debt paid today in the form of one. One Alpha Strike. Loaded, locked, and ready to rock. They are inbound on your position.
That still will not be enough. You cannot hope to stand against us.
I have to admit, that was pretty good.
Jones, this is Walker. I'm leading a strike force from the Hermes. We're a few minutes out, son.
Long time no see, Hermes fighters. May we join the party?
Hey, Deputy. Monitoring our comm channels, you low-born jackass. Looks like you and your pals are about to experience the galaxy's largest ass-kicking, and you've got front row seats.
3 carrier wings. That's our honorable challenge. Such cowardice. How dishonorable. You insult us by responding with such disgusting weakness. All units, prepare to retreat. None must survive, so he can unleash his claws another day.
What's wrong, Deathbang? What happened to your trash talking? What happened to your duty and honor to stay on the battlefield?
You wait. We will brought 2 other carriers to fight us. I refuse to fight in a battle with odds as shameful as these.
Area appears secure, sir. The Kilrathi have all either been destroyed or jumped out.
Then let's call it a day. We appreciate the help, Colonel.
I thought it high time I come to the rescue for a change.
Damn. After that scrap, I have a bottle of Freya's finest in my locker that is just calling my name.
Not anymore, it ain't. 36, 32, 34? Remember Miles' measurements? You've got to come up with better locker codes.
You son of a bitch! You are definitely buying that.
Speaking of liquor, I think Galahad's squadron owes us a lifetime's worth.
If a drink is all I owe you for saving my life, I'll give you access to my bar tab anytime.
Might want to be careful, rookie. You've seen me drink before.
Admiral Rumley here. Let me keep this short by extending congratulations to all involved today. Pilots, return to your respective carriers, and once again, job well done.
Proceed to next waypoint. Mission complete.
Welcome back, pilots. Beautiful work out there.
I just wish we could have bagged Deathfang and the Rod car. Other than that, though, it was a pretty good mission. Speaking of beautiful, how about a well-done drink with your flyboy guardian angels?
Depends on who's buying.
Psychopath.
The votes have it. Psychopath.
Foxtrot Mike Lima.
Well, I can't pass up an occasion like that now, can I? Galahad Squadron, you have clearance to land. Next stop, downtown Kilrah.
How good does it feel to kick the cats out of their own system for the second time in a row, huh, Galahads? The only thing that would have made this more enjoyable would be to have finally put the Hrothgar and that bastard Deathfang out of our misery, but I've got a feeling we'll get another crack at them in the coming days. Speaking of which, we've received orders directly from Admiral Rumley that we're to take the next few rotations off. I argued with him against such an act, but a lieutenant colonel can't disagree with an admiral for very long. He insists we've done more than our share and deserve a short break. We all did well. But most important of all, we all came back alive. Get your rest while the remainder of the Confed fleet is assembled and moved into position. The hardest days the Confederation Navy and Space Forces have seen since the Battle of Earth are just ahead. Get your heads right, and we all might live to tell the next generation of snot-nosed hotshot rookies about it. Dismissed.